All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. If you need a roof, make sure you call Ireland Contracting, 1-800-NEW-ROOF. Give us a call right now, 412-575-2600 is the number on the Borders and Borders hotline. And speaking of Ireland Contracting, they're going to be at the David L. Lawrence Convention Center this week for the Home Garden Show for a full 10 days. Stop by tomorrow, see why you should give those guys a call, meet those guys, and see if you need a roof, make sure you go and you check them out. All right, before we get to the phone lines, I want to read a tweet here. Well, first of all, I'll give you a stat line. Tyler Glasnow pitched today. Another unimpressive start, I think. But, you know, his line, 2 innings, 2 runs, but he struck out 6 in 13 batters. I don't know what you do with this guy. I think this is a major problem right now. I think you have to keep him in the majors.
I think you start him in the rotation, to be honest. Unless this Joe Musgrove gets healthy and shows some ridiculous thing, to me, you start him in the majors in your rotation. He's a high ceiling guy. You got to figure out what you have with him. You know what you've got with the Stephen Braults and the Chad Coles and all those guys are quad A pitchers, I call them. You know what I mean? They're spot starters. Chad Cole, I'd say, put him in a bullpen. You know, have Stephen Brault if you want to, you know, another lefty in the bullpen. You throw him in there too. But to me, Tyler Glasnow has to be in the rotation to start the season.
I would have to say he has to be in the majors.
And I wouldn't even care if he gets bombed every single outing in the spring. Now, the one good thing about today, he didn't walk anybody, which is
struck out 6.
He's throwing strikes, but you know the strikes are getting hit. But the whole point I'm trying to make is you've got to start him in the rotation. He's either going to be your feast or famine guy, and if he's your famine guy, you got to figure it out. You know, figure it out. Maybe you turn him into one of these resurrection projects you trade at the deadline, you know, and someone takes a shot at him or something.
Yeah. Joe Delino just tweeted us. He said, guys, do you believe the Pirates are tanking to get a higher draft slot? Will they take responsibility if they have a slow start or make excuses? I'm sure they'll make excuses if they have a slow start, and I think they will have a slow start, Paul. I don't think that they're tanking to get a higher draft slot, even though I would want them to tank to get a higher draft slot because that's the only way you can get better.
Yeah, but they've blown how many of their first-round picks?
Well, if you're drafting 1, 2, or 3,
there's a really good article. There's a really good article. There's a really good article on ESPN today about how horrible their drafting and development of their own players has been, and how much money they've actually wasted on prospects and drafts, picks, and everything else. It's a really good article. For all of the Huntington is the greatest, and Nutting is the greatest. It's a great article because it's written by someone from ESPN. Not a Yinzer media guy that hates everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's 100% objective look at. Like, for instance, I think of all the players that they've had in their organization, since Huntington became the general manager, which is 10 years, over those 10 years, all of the players that they've drafted, developed, and brought up and this and that. And right now, they had on last year's team, they had like a total of like 12 or 13 WAR and like Andrew McCutcheon was like 3 or 4 of that. I mean, like 3 or 4 guys that, and the whole point is they're really not bringing up all of these prospects that everyone acts like they do. The other thing that I'm tired of hearing is this Colin Moran guy. Okay, he might be a really good player. First of all, he's not a good fielder. Let's get that out of
3 for 4 today.
Okay, he can hit, but everyone's talking about this left field porch like he's going to hit 45 home runs. Guy says 1 major league home run in his. So let's cool the Jets.
He's not a big guy either. I've seen him.
I think. Listen,
so I don't know.
I think it's possible he could be a 15 to 20 home run guy this year. But my point is that guy has 1 major league homer, and to hear some people, and he's not a good fielder. But
to me, 15 to 20 home runs is not impressive.
But it's not for your third corner for a corner infielder on a team that doesn't have power. But my point is, I think he can be a functional, reasonably good hitter. But he ain't going to be a 45 home run guy, and he's not going to be a 35 home run guy, and he's not a great fielder. So, to me, let's cool our jets on like putting him in the Hall of Fame this year.
So Jamison Tyon's the only #1 draft pick of the Pirates that's on their current Major League roster right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin Meadows isn't going to make it.
Well, he could make it.
Well, I think he's blocked, and I think they're going to wait until after July.
Yeah. Okay, so to start now.
To start. So, all right, let's go out to the phone lines. We're going to get back out to Pitt basketball, and we're going to go out to Trevor in Greensburg. How you doing, Trevor?
I'm first one.
You know what? You're breaking up, Trevor. You there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to say, with recent investigations, they've really been creeping up the rear end of the pig, if you know.
Okay, great call. Angelo, Monroeville, how you doing, Angelo?
Well, I had a question for Paul tonight, like about the recruiting. Now, like you said, like for an example, you were saying like March 10th to March 31st. Would you be more impressed to see a recruit go down like January or February, let's say, for example?
I don't get what your question is.
I don't know what the question is. I mean, my only point about that is you'd rather have the right guy.
Yeah.
And if the right guy, if you find the right guy on March 10th, that's fine. But if it takes you till March 25th to find the right guy, you'd rather have the right guy. For those 15 days are meaningless in so many ways when it comes to, oh, well, we got to get a jump on recruiting and we got to do this and that and everything. How about get the right guy? And if it takes turning over every stone that's out there to find the right guy, do that.
And it doesn't have to be a pit guy either. It has to be the right guy.
There really
isn't a pit guy.
There isn't a pit guy.
I don't want to see a Darrell Porter situation that happened at Duquesne happen at Pitt, going after a guy like Brandon Knight. I don't think he would be. He was
again, and I say this all the time. If he didn't play at Pitt, if he wasn't an all-time great player at Pitt, and had the same exact resume, only the places it says Pitt, meaning assistant coach and player, the places it says Pitt, it said, Syracuse or Boston College. Would anybody in this market be talking about him looking at his resume? Boy, I think that guy on that, that guy at Rutgers, I think he'd be a really great coach for this team. No, he wouldn't.
All right.
I mean, that's, Sean Miller, okay, yeah. If he had the same resume and didn't go to Pitt.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Sean Miller.
I'm just
saying.
No
way that guy's coming here, right? I mean,
unless he gets fired.
I would bet he's going to get fired, right?
I don't know. Who knows? I'm just saying, if he does get fired, maybe he does come here. But here's the thing: these people over here at Pitt, they think that they think that they're better than that. Oh well, we would never hire somebody like that. Well, if that's the approach you're going to take, then don't fire Kevin Stallings, because every coach you hire in this FBI investigation, his name could pop up. If that's how you're really going to approach it, we're afraid to, we're going to, who knows? I mean, what happens if a year from now his name pops up? Okay, so what? I mean, the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? Go hire. People say, oh, well, Sean Miller, he'll never coach again. Really? Because Kelvin Sampson, because, Bruce Pearl, because John Calipari, because there's a whole lot of guys that are really good coaches that get into NCAA trouble, and guess what? They leave a school or they get fired.
And they go to another school.
And Bruce Pearl and Calvin Sampson's case, they had show cause orders. And Bruce Pearl was hired before his show cause order was even up.
Yeah.
So, like I wrote my column the other day, if Arizona fires Sean Miller,
that should be Pitt's first phone call.
If they fire Sean Miller, he's going to land on his feet somewhere. Why not try and make it here?
Yeah, I totally 100% agree. All right, back out to the phone lines, and we're going to go out to let's go out to Showtime out in Washington. How you doing, Showtime?
Hey, very good. I love your show.
Thanks.
I just wondering if you took a Penn State basketball team and a coach and put them in the ACC. How many games do you think they'd win this year in the ACC with that team?
Well, you know what? They only won 9 games in the Big Ten with
and
that
the Big
team.
Ten is bad.
So
I think that, here's the thing. I like watching them. They're fun to watch.
Yeah, that was a good game today.
You know what? And here's the thing. Watching them play today, it should really frustrate you as a Penn State fan that they lost to, all the games that they
Nebraska?
lost. Because, I mean, didn't they lose like Albany and a couple of schools like that? They lost to Minnesota, which is a dreadful loss. They've got some bad losses on their resume. I watched that team play. I think they should be better than they even are. And I think the other thing about it is, if they lose tomorrow to, I don't know, Purdue or Rutgers, I don't know who's winning the game, but if they lose tomorrow, they probably aren't going to make the NCAA tournament.
You don't think? I think they might be in after today's win.
It's going to be very, very, very close. And really, then it'll depend on what happens in all the other conference tournaments. Because they've just got a lot of bad losses. They don't have a ton of great wins. Really, their wins are Ohio State, really.
Three of them. Yeah.
3 of them. So, and here's the thing. I love watching that team play, but every time I watch them play, I'm like, boy, this team should be like one of the better teams they should be in the what they finished 7th in the Big Ten?
Yeah, middle of the pack, I think.
I mean, they should have been in the top 3 or 4.
To answer his question, I think probably 500 record at best.
They'd be very similar. They were 9-9 in the Big Ten. What makes you think they'd be better in the ACC, which is better than the Big Ten?
Yeah, I don't think they would be any better. All right, we're going to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls, some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.